It's me again. So let's talk about the UK Nationals. There were some issues that were brought to my attention, issues, red flags, and a witch hunt that we should probably address as a community. In my last video, we talked about Dan Altavilla's end baiting and his bad goal bat math. So it's always good to talk about issues like this as a community and how we can fix them. So in this match was yesterday's round 6 at the UK Nationals. And I'm also going to talk about a witch hunt that's possibly going on with today's quarters number 2 with Richard C. and Oliver B. We'll talk about that in a second. Let's talk about Tamal. So Tamal, let's set up this. Michael C. just Rosicked a double colorless off the back Vespiquen there, and he just Stardust the active Vespiquen. All but one DC are gone. His hand is 2 Forest, 1 Misty's Determination, 1 Lysander, 1 Unknown, and 1 Trainer's Mail top deck. So Tamal has to find the double colorless. He didn't find it on the top deck, so he's going to Misty's, throwing away not the Unknown, but the Force Giant Plants. So Misty's Determination is a supporter card. You discard 1 card from your hand, look at the top 8, take 1 from your deck, or from 1 from the top 8, and then shuffle your deck. So his deck is actually less than 8, so he counts them out to his opponent. I believe it's 7 or 6 or whatever. 6. There's a double colorless in there. He shuffles it up. Now we're passing the 31-minute mark, well, the 29-minute mark of the match, and it's ticking down from 31. So I think the timer also kind of alludes to what's going to happen. I think the timer is something we should factor when we do this analysis. So the DC immediately comes down from the Bundle B, and he retreats the Vespiquen. And so once you only have 1 DC left as a Vile from Vespiquen player, you're going to have, and you have 6 prizes left, you're going to have to just recycle 2 energies for 1. You're going to Rotiller 2 double colorless. Oh, wait. Tamal, what are you doing? You just played Misty's, and now you're Lysandering up you're Lysandering up a Hoopa. The red text block at the bottom says you can only play 1 supporter per turn. That's a problem. And so he grabs the 2 double colorless, and he shuffles them in. TLDR, Tamal ends up losing this game. I believe he decks out. He doesn't take all 6 prizes. I think he ends up just losing. The game goes on from there. Again, Tamal losing. Michael C. didn't catch his double supporter. Tamal didn't catch his double supporter. The commentators continue not to talk about his supporter. The tableside judge doesn't catch his double supporter. And that's my biggest issue. You have all these people that are watching your game, or supposedly watching your game, and you miss a double supporter, and they were within 30 seconds. It wasn't like, oh, the turn took 2 minutes, and there was a supporter at minute 0, and there was a supporter at minute 2:48 or something like that. No, a lot of time has not passed. What are you doing? Tableside judge, I'm sorry. If you want my honest opinion, I don't think Tamal cheated. I think he was too eager, and he thought he had an optimal play by grabbing Misty's and then Lysandering, or he had like a moment where he forgot what he was doing. He had the DCE and he thought, okay, well, what can I do? I can improve my I can improve my board state by Lysandering up this Hoopa, and it happened. It happened to stick. Commentators don't catch it. Players don't catch it. Tableside judge doesn't catch it. Judge, what are you doing? My biggest problem is that the tableside judge didn't even catch it. This is day 1 judge stuff. Come on, man. You're the biggest UK national tournament, and you miss like a double supporter non-back-to-back. Come on, man. I'm putting the blame on you. Sorry, Judge. You're not taking notes. I don't know. Are you paying attention to the game? I can't see your face. That's my biggest qualm with this is that judges have to be a little bit more focused. I think you should take notes. That's my biggest problem with this is that a tableside judge. Come on. I'm sorry. That's the biggest issue with this, that the tableside judge doesn't catch this. Some blame the players because players are responsible for game state, but I don't know. In the comments below, you can say whether you think Tamal cheated. You can think whatever. It was the commentator's fault? Was it at fault that they didn't have chat? There was one person on Facebook that happened to catch it, and if there was a chat, I'm sure that chat would have caught it, and then commentators could have looked at chat, and the issue could have been resolved. But again, no chat, of course. Thoughts? Just post them in your comments. All right. So with that being said, let's go on to the next game. Let's talk about this one. Richard C versus Oliver B. Richard C, I'm going to play it.
Hand is,
Richard B,
yeah, just
or
with
Richard
water
C
energy
has
right now.
two
He
cards
has
in his
two
hand,
water energies.
two
He has
water
2 water in
energies.
hand.
He has the option to draw a prize from the...
He is going to lose because if he doesn't kill this Zorark break back here, he's he's going to copy the attack and die, and then the game is over. So I'm going to give Richard C the
Yeah,
credit
that could be his
that he's
best
a
play out
great
here.
player, and that he's going to kill this Zorua. And by killing this Zorua, he could possibly draw something out of the prizes,
Try
and that we could
get
probably
something
dispel this
better,
witch hunt.
get some
This is where the
Pokemon.
issue comes in. He pulled the top right card. Richard C pulled the top right card instead of the bottom left. And that was a red flag to some people. As humans of habit and humans of symmetry and all that good stuff that makes us tick, it looked very bizarre that he pulled the bottom right, then the top right. It didn't make sense as a habit. Usually you'd pull bottom 2, you'd pull top 2, you'd pull left 2, or right 2, or something like that. 2 that were next to each other.
Or maybe a
And
supporting
so
card here.
when he gets that card, he attaches the other water that was in his
I think it
hand,
was a Sycamore.
and then he sycamores. Okay, so the witch hunt is that did he know that there was a sycamore there? Was his sleeves marked? My honest opinion, this is day 2. I'm going to give that the red shirt judge is better than the white lab coat judge. At that, their decks were checked at the beginning, and they would have been flagged if their sleeves were marked. I, in my honest opinion, think that Richard C did not know that the sycamore was there. He did not cheat. I think he got incredibly lucky. And to back up the habitual thing, I thought it was bizarre that he grabbed the top right. But if you go to, I have a timestamp here, 2:14 in game 3. He ends up winning this game. He pulls it out of his butt with his sycamore. Game 3. All right, game 3, he took the bottom right again. So he's got 5 prizes again.
The 1, 2, 3.
And so,
Here after time is called.
Yeah, in case you don't know what it means when you're on timeout,
so he's got
now
this
it's
board
a
set up. He's got
0
a
extra
water
turn for
shuriken.
Richard.
Or, okay, so he actually attacks. So he kills the Drudagon. And he's taking, you can see it with his hand, he's taking the top right prize again.
Then we have the first
I
extra turn
think
for
in my
Oliver.
heart of hearts that Richard C is a bizarre little man that takes top right, or bottom right, top right. He has an unorthodox style of taking prizes. I think it's a habit, but I think it's super unorthodox, and it does not warrant a witch hunt. So, my conclusion, Richard C, you're good in my book, at least. I hope this video evidence kind of helps you out a little bit. I think you're honest. I just think that you take prizes like a weirdo. So that's it, guys, for me. I think that covers the issues surrounding the UK Nationals and all the qualms, issues, red flags, and witch hunts. Until next time, peace.